I got this comment here, and I'm gonna do a video about the detail on the Lucid Air Touring. And I'm not sure if you're talking about detail of like the specs, because guess what? If you wanna know specs, just go on Lucid's site. They'll tell you all about the specs. If you wanna know about driver experience and what I've seen through it, that's exactly what I'm gonna explain. And this is 3 months with the Lucid, almost 5,000 miles. Let's go. All right, so the first thing you're gonna notice is the car's in pretty great shape. I have one sign of curb rash, and that hurts me. But besides that, it's great. I have a couple scuffs. I had somebody at the door dinged me, but it's okay, because that's what happens with the cars. You can't avoid everything. So let's go through some details, and I would love to show you things that I love and things that have not put up with the test of time, AKA 3 months. All right, let's go. All right, y'all, let's start with the back here. Now, the back of the Lucid is a very, very highly debated piece, right? Do we like the clamshell look? Yes, that is the consensus. Everyone loves the clamshell look. That has had this. By the way, if you want to rent me on Turo, scan that QR code, look. All right, now you can rent it, cool. That's when we come in Nashville. So that's been the thing that a lot of people have said they love. They love the clamshell. So let's start back there. Let's see what we got. Okay, so here's the back. How's it stood up with the test of time? Well, let's get some brightness in here so we can see what we're working with. Wow, that is artsy. All right, guys, this is very hard to film. This is what we got. Looks like, you know, got some stuff here I could easily vacuum out, but so far, all the luggage hasn't left any big old problems for me, right? No luggage marks. A little bit of something right here, a little bit of something, but nothing the vacuum can't fix. No problem, there are no mats out right now for the trunk on the Lucid. So that is a problem that hopefully can be addressed. But other than that, I mean, we're looking good. Here's some B-roll. All right, so I'm not sure if this is what you mean by detail, but I will tell you, whenever you wash the car, you can go ahead and wipe this all off, all the water off there, but by the time you come back and you've finished your car wash, this will have pulled up again, all right? Now, check this out. Look at this, look at this. This is easily buffed out. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is from literally a suitcase just dragging down like a backpack or something, and it scuffed all this, but that can be buffed out. No problems with that. There's a little mark over there too. I think what happens is people don't realize, like, they think the clearance is actually lower than what it is. So, like, I don't get it. This is really low. You should be able to take your bag out of here without scratching a bumper. So that's a problem. Other than that, everything looks really good with the car. I mean, closes well, no crazy noises. Yeah, back is holding up real nice. All right, now we got the door. Here's some beautiful details. One of the biggest things that I have noticed is that people have been really loving this side door. They love the trim. They love the combination of different textures, whether it's, you know, you have the glass, then you have the plastic, then you have this leather, then you have the stitching, then you have the wood, then you have the chrome, and people love it. It screams luxury. The handle has been very fan favorite. People really do love the door handle, how to open it, or the door trigger as I call it, but that really is some really nice detail. One fun thing I have learned about it, the windows are very, very soundproof. They are this double gasket kind of feel, they call it. And the way it works, as you can see right there, it has 2 layers of soundproofing and windproofing. And so what they had to do is they had to remove the door panel in order to put the tint on. So that was kind of crazy, but it worked out nice. The tint looks good. Moving on to the interior. All right, so seats are holding up really well. I really like how the seats look. There is some sort of, you know, some sort of wrinkling there from the leather, but that is to be expected. I will say, this is with a quick wipe. I did want to wipe it through to make sure no handprints or things like that, and see how easy or hard things are to clean up. Very, very, very easy. Right here are my hot spots. This little piece of leather, and on the other side are where people really stick their hands. They put their hands down, they kind of mess with that. I noticed that was my dirtiest spot of my entire car, was these like little side sections. Now, moving on to the mats. These are not the original mats that the Lucid comes with. Those are cream mats for the Santa Cruz Streamline. And I had to get rid of those immediately because, as you can tell, it is a problem. I mean, all this is just people's feet kicking up on it. and people's feet kicking in the back from the heels. And I have shampoo washed this twice already. It's up for another take, and I've had it less than 3 months. So am I a fan of the cream carpets? It looks beautiful. Am I a fan of how this mat is made? No, because it doesn't protect that or nothing compared to like my Tesla ones that, gosh, it's so bright outside, guys. Compared to my Tesla ones that like those do have mat protection, right? Those are like all up the wall and stuff. But then again, the floor is black, so it blends in. So I want my ceramic mats. I want ceramic colored ones. Give them to me, please. All right, other than that, it looks great. All right, now moving on to the front, you're gonna recognize that the seats are black here, and they are really good. There are some small things you can see here that fall into this, but this is very any porous leather kind of problem. Any leather has ventilated or heated seats is gonna have the same problem. These are just like, I don't know what marks these are. I tried wiping them off, but I might need a little stronger wipe than just a baby wipe on that one. But other than that, I mean, the seats are looking really, really good. Center console looks awesome. Very good detail on there. It's really put up really well these 3 months. So the interior of this car is really well done. If anything speaks volumes, it's the interior. Of course, the exterior is gonna get a lot of attention, but people love it when they come inside, the space, the feel, everything. So I'm gonna show you a few details on things that I really like about it and things that are not doing very well in regards to the last 3 months. So starting off, so we're gonna start working left to right in the front panel, starting with the steering wheel. Steering wheel is awesome. I love the feel. I love how the bottom is flat, but what I do not like is it feels a little chunky sometimes. Like it's just too tall, if that makes any sense. Like it's just like really high. So my arm's like all the way up here, and I'm like, if I lower it, it covers my dash. So I don't like that. That can be maybe fixed. I'm not sure if that's a design flaw, or it's not too bad, and it's not like it's end all, but definitely can be better for sure. Durability wise, looks beautiful. It's clean, no stains. Cleans up very well. The chrome looks very, very clean always, and so huge fan of that. It does collect a ton of dust like most cars do on the top surface. Where does dust come from, I really don't know. There's always dust somehow, and I don't live in Arizona or anything, so it just somehow appears. When it comes to the screen on the far left, you'll notice a ton of fingerprints. It is a fingerprint magnet. I wipe down the car about every other day with my microfiber cloth because the fingerprints just bother the heck out of me. I don't wet it or anything, it's just a dry wipe and they go right away. So it is a very easy clean, but that is very frustrating that I just like see these little smudges everywhere, and like I don't eat in my car or nothing. So I just don't understand how they get there so fast. I just think maybe it's just a glass or something, but they do clean up easy, so I'll give them that. Other than that, the dash is great. One of my biggest concerns is software related, so it's an easy fix, but I would love to see what song is playing on the front. Like when I hit next, I want to see what's going on. I don't want to have to click music and then go see it. I want to be able to see it change and tell me what song is coming up when it's changing, regardless if it's CarPlay or not. Moving into the right side of the screen. Now this screen is by far the most useful and the most used screen, so of course you can get fingerprints everywhere. But what I do and do not like about it, I do like how smooth that Lucid has made it so far since the last software update. That is a huge plus. Do I like Apple CarPlay? Yes. Do I like how it looks inside of Lucid? Absolutely not. Apple CarPlay, or Apple, or whoever's in charge of CarPlay, if they can design a UI that is luxury car exclusive, right? You buy a luxury car, it unlocks it, the manufacturer can unlock it. I don't know, somehow just the design, maybe you just buy it for like $10 or something, that just looks better than a bunch of 1,000 different little colors and little, it looks like a little iPhone on my screen. Like I just don't like it. It looks very nasty. So I don't use it because it looks bad. I mean, obviously you can toggle it off, like change the screens. So if I am using it, I'll toggle it off and just go to my navigation because I just don't want little, like, it just looks bad if I'm driving with somebody else. And it's about the aesthetic, right? That's why we get these nice things. Also, you cannot do two things. You can't do navigation and you can't do music showing at the same time. So if you're going to navigation and you want to hit music, you have to rely on your dash to let you know where you're going. If you are navigation, you want to change your song, there's no option. There's no way to see it. You can change it on your steering wheel, but there's no way to see what song's playing because that doesn't exist in the software. And that's an easy fix. So I think we can do that, Lucid. Let's get it done. Other things, the temperature control, love them. Great, super quick, boom, easy to change it. Don't need to toggle through settings and make sure that things are going right. I can easily just do that right through these little haptic buttons, and that is great. Volume control, I find myself using the scroll wheel instead of my steering wheel because I feel like it just goes a lot faster if I use the little scrolly thing. That's good for me. Moving on to the pilot or the co-pilot screen or whatever they call it. Love him, okay? He has all your settings. He has everything you need. Also fingerprint magnet, but my retract broke. It won't retract now. Like they added an option for turn off or retract, which I think is really cool, but it just won't retract. It just gets stuck. Lucid said they're gonna let me know, send a guy or talk to a guy who's gonna fix it for me, but haven't heard anything yet. So I don't know. I gotta reach it back out. I think it's been like 2 weeks. So I didn't get that fixed. Little retractor wood thing is great. Do I use that wireless charger? No. Do I have guests that use it? Yes. I have an iPhone cord that's plugged into it so I can actually charge my phone and have it on the road. And that is pretty awesome as well. The inside center console, all looks good. Everything is very premier. Everything's very clean and things have been very easy to maintain. And that is what I love about this car. It is just sleek, 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 sleek. Things I hate are the things I bought later, like the mats. They're my least favorite thing are these mats because they get smudged so easily and no amount of baby wipes can fix it because they are just smudged or just heels or something. I need something else, Lucid. And I love you guys so much, but it's not working out. It's not working out. All right, things I've noticed on my screens when it's in the sun get really hot, like the back of them, like I can feel it radiating heat. Can I tint the front? I probably should, to be honest, because I'm worried that longevity wise, they have ginormous fans behind these things to cool them, which is awesome. But I feel like in very, very hot climates, it might be conducive to have some sort of tint to protect them because they get hot, guys, real hot, hot, hot. Seatbelts, love it. Chairs or seats, love it. Everything love. Oh, these guys. So the visors. I wish the visors had a more minimal look, kind of like the Model X, where it's very small. You pop it over and you can't really tell. It gives you that helicopter glass. These don't do it. You can go ahead and move it over and it gives you kind of that feel. It just doesn't feel as organic as a Model X, in my opinion. Do they do a job? Yeah, they do a great job. The tint is phenomenal, by the way. The tint job on a Lucid, I can't even feel the sun when it's above me. It's incredible. Way better than Tesla's. Way better than most cars actually I've been in. So huge props to the tint team because that is just beautiful. Don't like to be hot when I'm driving. Headliner is doing really well. Headliner does really well. Haven't had any need to wash them or wipe them down. Had people bump their heads coming into the back seat. So if you're really tall, because the car is really low, you'd have to be careful of that, but also, just something to get used to. Nothing too crazy. Moving into the front of the car, everything looks pristine. I do have the car wrapped as the front side mirrors and the bottom right side of the car and bottom left, obviously, anywhere that can splash. And it looks awesome. And nothing has really been affected too much. The front headlights, let me tell you, the attention I get just specifically because of the Lucid lighting up is unreal. And the attention it gets is amazing, right? So I do like that a lot. What I don't like about the front is that the frunk is too big. Just kidding. I love the fact that it's big. Have I ever used it all the space yet? No, I haven't. But do I want to? Sure, I want a reason to do it, but I haven't yet. Man, it drives great. I've had one single problem with it when it comes to driving, and that was my miles, and I just had to learn how to drive more efficiently and more smooth instead of swift or sprint and manage my heat. I was driving for a bit with my rear fans constantly going, and I had no idea that's what I was doing, and so that really affected my range for a bit. But once you kind of figure that out, it does a really, really good job. It has HomeKit built into it, so I can go ahead and just open my garage. And as I approach my house, I can it just opens back right up. It's super easy. Other than that, I hope you guys have any questions, reach out. And if you check out my other video, I'm gonna actually have my camera up on top here. I'm gonna put on the glass and do a POV of just me driving, kind of explaining the driving mechanics and how much I love it. All right, guys, that's it. That's all things Lucid. If you have any questions, put them down below. Bye-bye.